Good morning, guys. Today we are going to be working on comparative adjectives. Let's look specifically what we will be able to do today. So it says, we will be able to understand what comparative adjectives by changing the adjectives to their comparative form. So we are going to find the adjective and change it to the comparative form for our practice today. So we're going to watch a quick video about comparative adjectives.
Welcome to Mrs. Feigart Teaches 3rd grade. Today's lesson is going to be all about comparative adjectives. I hope you're ready to learn. Comparative adjectives are used to compare two nouns. For example, this tree is tall. This tree is taller. So, for one-syllable adjectives, like the word tall, all we have to do is add er, like this. Let's look at another example. Carly is happy. But Greg is even happier. Notice, for two-syllable adjectives that end in y, like the word happy, all we have to do is change the y to an I and add er, like this. Here's another one. This wild dog looks pretty dangerous. However, this bear is even more dangerous. You guessed it. For adjectives with two or more syllables that don't end in y, like the word dangerous, add the word more in front of the adjective, like this. Let's look at one more example. This dinosaur looks like he was pretty big. However, this dinosaur was even bigger. I bet you noticed something. For one-syllable adjectives that end in a single vowel followed by a consonant, like the word big, double the last consonant and add er, like this. Let's review. For one-syllable adjectives, like the word tall, all we have to do is add er. For two-syllable adjectives that end in y, like the word happy, all we have to do is change that y to an I and add er. For two or more syllable adjectives that don't end in y, like the word dangerous, all we have to do is add the word more in front of the adjective. And for one-syllable adjectives that end in a vowel consonant, like the word big, all we have to do is double the consonant and then add er. I hope you enjoyed learning all about comparative adjectives with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Amazing. So I hope that was extremely helpful. And we learned that there are 4 rules for comparative adjectives. But first, a comparative adjectives are adjectives that only compare two people, two places, or two things to each other. So you're comparing one thing to another. So let's go ahead and review one more time the 4 different rules. So if there is a one-syllable adjective like long, you would add er to make it longer. Or if you were going to say big, you would add another G and add er because it is a vowel consonant. Hot is the same thing, and it's a vowel consonant, so you're going to add a ter to make it hotter because it is one syllable, hot, and then it is a vowel consonant, so you need to add the ter. Larger, you're going to add the er, taller, straighter. Then we have two-syllable adjectives, 2 or more. It would be honest to more honest. Happy to happier. Happy ends in a Y, so you have to change it to an I-E-R. Narrow, you're going to add an E-R. Gentle, you're going to add the E-R. Crazy, again, it ends in the Y, so you need to change it to the I-E-R. And famous, so it would be more famous. If there are 3 or more syllables, you're going to add the more. So expensive, so it'd be more expensive. Popular, more popular. Confident, more confident. So anytime you have 3 or more syllables, you are going to add more, okay? And then we also have irregular adjectives, so it'd be like good to better, bad to worse, far to farther, many to more, little to less, and far to farther. Oh, I already said that one. Excuse me. So now we're going to do a quick guided practice before you move on to do more practice on your own. So it says, was the captain blank than the sailor? So let's add it. Was the captain stronger than the sailor or strongest than the sailor? Why, it says captain, and I know that is 2 syllables, so I could just add ER. So was the captain stronger than the sailor? And even if you put in strongest, it doesn't really sound correct. Was the captain strongest than the sailor? That doesn't really sound right. Now let's look at the second one. The weather in Houston is blank than Minnesota. I want you to think for a moment. Is it warmer or warmest? So look at Houston. Houston. That is 2 syllables. What do you add when there are 2 syllables? You can even go back to the anchor chart. 2 syllables. Go ahead and look. If you said warmer, that is correct. So the weather in Houston is warmer than Minnesota. It doesn't make sense to say the weather in Houston is warmest than Minnesota. That doesn't sound right, and that doesn't follow the rule. So now we're going to go ahead and quickly do some guided practice in IXL. Let's see if I can go ahead and share my screen. So you are going to go ahead and do IXL 3rd grade. Make sure you go to Grammar and Mechanics. It's going to be QQ. And the title of that is going to be called Adjectives and Adverbs. You need to specifically do number 8. However, I would strongly recommend to going through all of those. So I believe that there are 10 different activities that you can do in there, and I really think all of those will be extremely helpful. If you have any questions on today's lesson, please feel free to let me know and come find me, and I can show you where the grammar and mechanics is. Okay, bye guys.